What's up, y'all? Alright, back on my kid's computer, I just made a video where I installed a bunch of mods. I kind of explained how to install Vortex Mod Manager as well as manually install mods into your Cyberpunk directory and in your Cyberpunk game. So this video is to show you how to remove all the mods if your game is not functioning properly. If you're having glitches, if mods aren't working, if things are crashing. So in one of my recent streams here, I got to a point where every time an explosion happened at this one scene, my game would crash. I tried changing settings, I tried working with different save files, I dropped my graphics down to complete dog shit, could not stop crashing. It was pretty simple. What I did was I went into here and I disabled Cyberpunk tweaks. I may have even completely removed it as such, and then I just went back and enabled it after I got past that point, and that fixed the entire issue. So you can try something like that if you're just trying to get past a point. Typically what I'm going to show you right now is only used if you're crashing and the game just will not launch. Now, one thing I need to say is if you launch the game and it crashes right away, launch it again, see if it crashes again. There has been many times that I don't know if it's just building cookies, cache, something like that, but the game will crash on the first attempt, even maybe the second attempt, but by the third attempt it runs fine. Typically, if you don't want to go for a third attempt, fine. Try it once. If it crashes, try it again. If it crashes again, fine. Go ahead and continue with your steps to diagnose that and troubleshoot it and fix it. But give it a chance, because there's been many times where I have tried to do this and had crashing the first attempt. Now, if you get to a point where you just installed a new mod and it's crashing a lot and you can't get it to work, you can just uninstall that mod. If you're using Vortex, doing the uninstall that I just did doesn't always work. You can go into the folder itself and try to do it that way. That would be your best way. If it works, fantastic. Don't use that mod again until it updates or something like that. If not, this is what I do in order to completely reset my game. First thing I do, go into PC. I don't delete the content file. That's the bulk of your game, and that really is just the engine behind the game, right? Typically mods aren't going to install in there. Delete the mod folder. We're going to delete that. We're going to back out. There's a lot of stuff that goes in the bin folder. Mods, R6, Red 4, tools. You can even uninstall this. I would pretty much just uninstall all these. You have to remember that some of these are from Red Mod, so you will have to re-download Red Mod. Otherwise, you can just go in here and like delete just this folder or something like that. Tools, kind of the same thing. I mean, granted, these are empty, but when Red Mod is actually installed, you'll want to make sure you do that. Since these folders are pretty much empty, I'm just gonna leave them for now, but fuck it. We're gonna delete all this, including the bin folder. Right click, deleted. All your mods are now uninstalled. Period. Okay? The game will not launch like this. You need to go into your Cyberpunk game, be it on GOG or on here, hit verify integrity of files. Doesn't take long, and especially the last video I made, I deleted the content folder, this folder right here, and it pretty much was reinstalling the entire game. I had a lot of people not like that because if you have shit internet, if you're living in the 50s and you don't have, higher speeds, whatever, it takes too long to reinstall. I get it. That folder is not important to the mods. That's your actual game, so you can leave it. I don't know what this is, but because it's 20 gigs, I voted to leave that too. But either way, it should be fine. You shouldn't be affected by those two. Now we're going to verify integrity of files. Going to take, 5 minutes or so. The reinstall for the stuff should be extremely quick. So, fast forward. Not you, me. I'm going to fast forward. You can sit there and keep picking your nose. Alright, so that was like 2 minutes maybe, it wasn't that big of a deal. 87 files failed to validate, and will be reacquired. So you're gonna look down here, it's installing, it shouldn't take too long. It really does depend on your internet speed. This computer, I don't know why, it kind of pisses me off. Her computer actually downloads at way higher speeds than my gaming computer. I typically on my computer run about 60, maybe 70 at the highest. I've literally seen her computer download games at like 160 megabytes per second. I don't know why. It pisses me off though. Just saying. Alright, so that's it. The mods are uninstalled. Let's go ahead and launch the game just for shits and giggles. Anytime now, like at any point ever. Oh, it did. I was being stupid. So after you uninstall your mods doing this, go ahead and launch the game, hit your tilde key or whatever key it is that you have Cyber Tweaks programmed to, and obviously it's not popping up. So the game should run fine. If the game still does not run for you, delete the entire folder, the Cyberpunk folder, just delete the entire thing, and then reinstall it. It may take forever, whatever, but if you're stuck at this point here, you're pretty much SOL, and you just need to reinstall the entire thing, okay? So instead of going to this file, you're gonna go to here, you're gonna right click on this, and you're gonna delete the entire thing. Now, once that's deleted, you do you, but what I do, if you're not going to run mods, fine, don't. But starting fresh, you can use Vortex or manually install. Typically, I just like to manually install stuff these days. Vortex has so many issues, but like I said, I just put out a video on how to do that if you wish to do that. The great thing about mods these days and installing them manually, couldn't find archive because it's still downloading and I'm just moving too fast for reality here. I'm like the Flash and shit, even though I'm slow and lazy and don't give a fuck. Alright, so mods these days, the folders are already laid out for you. Pretty much all you have to do is just drag and drop the main folders in. So bin folder's been dropped, Cyber Tweaks is now installed. It was literally that simple. And then you start over with your mods. If you're getting to a certain point or a certain mod and you're crashing out and your game's not loading, stop installing that mod. You need to be more patient and take your time when installing mods, because especially if you're using Vortex is very slow. If you're installing manually, like what I just did with this, by all means, you can download as fast, or you can do it as fast as you want, and it should be fine, because the folders will be created. Now, if you download a folder and there's not a folder system inside, there's just a file, you have to drop that in the right place, and you may have to create folders for it. So when you get into that kind of stuff, you're kind of getting into more advanced mods and stuff like that for the game, so that's on you. Other than that, it really is that simple to uninstall your mods and then just reinstall Cyber Tweaks. If you're having constant problems with mods, stop installing shit. Cyber Tweaks is very easy. It installs every time without issue. Whenever you just drag it and drop it in. So do that, and then one of my favorite mods people don't really know about, you just come up here and type command. I just type COM. It's categorized all in one command. This here literally gives you every command in the game, and you just copy this right here, drop it into Cyber Tweaks, into the command prompt, and it gives you whatever it says it will give you. So you could really just do that. Otherwise, the old standby is just use WeMod. WeMod works, and it works absolutely great. Gives you all kinds of fun stuff. So if you want a mod, do that. If not, go do something else. But either way, that's how you fix broken mods in Cyberpunk 2077. Peace out, y'all.